Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Austin Shaper. Welcome to another episode of Mixed Martial Arts. This is a show where we cover the topics of UAP, UFC, and World War III. Today is going to be a UAP episode, and I just have to warn you, it's going to be a freaking weird one. Maybe you guys have seen this story circulating. Maybe you haven't. I'm here to give, an update and my opinion on it. It's a weird one. This reminds me a lot of the Las Vegas alien thing that happened, last month, where the people claimed they saw a 9-foot tall alien in their backyard. And we got some videos of a cop seeing a light coming down on his dashboard, going over the sky into supposedly maybe someone's yard. And then we got that grainy video of alien behind a fence, behind a bulldozer, some sort of construction vehicle. Anyway, this reminds me a lot of that, and I should preface this with saying this has been ongoing. At least I started to see it in my news feed all over the place within the past maybe 4 days. There's some speculation from the witnesses of this event that this has been going on since July 11th. And I didn't cover this when it first happened because I immediately chalked it up as, okay, this is another one of these Vegas alien things. It's 100% fake. There's nothing to it. It's just another one of these things the internet goes crazy with. And perhaps since it's timed so closely with the hearing, people are just kind of going crazy and, sensationalist stuff posted on the internet. So I didn't cover it, but I was urged by one of my buddies on the Mixed Martial Arts Discord. He sent a bunch of links for me to check out, and I have to say, I want to preface this with sharing my perspective. My gut tells me this is 100% fake. This is bullshit. People are just kooky and they believe anything. People are extremely gullible, especially the UFO community. I myself can be gullible at times. And I chalked this up as being bullshit, but my buddy urged me to kind of dive deeper, which I did, and I'm here to kind of bring you guys some of that news. And I think it's fake. I just want to say that. I think it's fake, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong about things in the past. What do I know? I'm not in Peru, but let's get into it. You guys can let me know your thoughts, and if you guys have any more recent updates, then I'm going to present you today. There has been an ongoing event going on in Peru. I'm just going to read you guys the article from the trustworthy Sun, and I think they were one of the first ones to report on this, so let's see what they had to say about it. This article comes from the sun.co.uk. It says, police in the Amazon jungle in Peru are probing bizarre claims that a village is being menaced by creatures just like Predator. Okay. Locals living in the wilds have reported seeing 7-foot armored aliens with large heads and yellow eyes in Peru. A lot of people described it as the Green Goblin from Spider-Man, which would be creepy as hell if true. Kind of reminds me of maybe what the aliens in Signs looked like. If you guys remember them, they were real tall, lanky, kind of hunched over, green, kind of pointed heads. They kind of look like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. They go on to say the beast described sounds like an alien from Predator. I think it's more like Signs, but whatever. We're already in Narnia land, so sure, it's like Predator. They go on to say the claims have been made by members of the Iquitu indigenous people in the rural district of the Alto Nene, northeast of Lima, Peru. They claim that a girl, age 15, was attacked by one of the monsters who slashed her neck. I've been hearing a lot about this slash neck. And hunters have reportedly fired on the creatures. This is another weird part. Apparently they've been shot several times now. It says the hunters have reportedly fired on the creatures with their guns, which are said to be immune to human weapons. The beings also allegedly can disappear at will. Of course they can. It has been suggested the beings could be drones covered with cloth and masks to scare the locals by illegal miners, trying to get these indigenous population tribe to get out of the area so that they can mine, would be the conclusion you could draw from that. It says, by illegal miners in a Scooby-Doo style scheme. It's hard for me to even get through this. I didn't even want to address this shit, but, I could be wrong. Fuck it, we'll cover it. You loons seem to be fascinated with it, so let's see. Others have suggested the sightings could be a case of mass hysteria. Might be onto something there. Police and the Navy are now investigating the claims, with locals calling for a military force to be deployed in the region, which is a 10-hour river ride from Iquitos City. The description of the aliens appears to be similar to the armored beast from the Predator franchise. Predators are a species of tribalistic aliens who wear armored suits and carry blood. Okay, why are you describing that to us? Okay, so that's basically, in summary, what The Sun had to say about this. There's quite a lot of speculation going on Twitter. I would imagine Reddit as well, but I didn't get around to checking that out yet. I want to read you guys another post if I can find it, because I did find it to be rather interesting. This comes from Open Minded Approach on Twitter, perhaps too open-minded, but you guys can decide that. He says, here's what's happening in Peru. This is a bit of a summary. The indigenous people are terrified from strangers because this has been happening since forever. So I guess this is an ongoing event. They have stories about the pila cara, or the face peelers, a case where the face of the victim is peeled off, and these stories are not new in their community. You guys might have seen, there's a video circulating right now all over the place of a man with his face peeled off. It's quite disgusting, and it's like the police or some two people kind of pick him up and try to drag him away. You don't see all that much, but you do see the skull, and I don't know if it's a fake. I'm seeing some people say 100% real, other people saying 100% fake, other people saying this is actually a video from a cartel attack where the cartel held this man's face down in the water and piranhas bit it off. Gross. And I don't know if that's true, but there's a video circulating. This is the one he's referencing. He also says, also plenty of stories of missing organs and organ trafficking, but I think the majority of these cases and mutilations are driven by some strange ancient phenomenon. That'd be interesting. The peeling of the face can be found in cattle mutilations around the world. That's also interesting. I didn't think about any correlation between this and the cattle mutilations. There's a lot of people talking about this, and we'll dive into some reactions to what Open Minded Approach said. Some people just said, or it's just locals trying to get the army off their asses and deal with the drug smuggler thugs in the area who've been harassing villagers for years now. But sure, a false flag because you're bored of reality. Yeah, a lot of people are saying deep state distraction. It never ceases to amaze me how that's like the go-to. And, you know, I say this in just about every episode. I'm one of the first people to say I distrust the government, and I do believe they use things in the news cycle to distract. Case in point, the submarine incident that happened last month. So they do that for sure. But to say that everything that happens, especially in the UFO field, is just a distraction is just kooky, man. I don't know. What do you think that the deep state are just like all powerful? And every single story that happens in the world is just a distraction from what? Talked about this in yesterday's episode. What are they trying to distract from? That they feel they need to make up aliens? I think that's a far stretch. I do think they use distractions to cover up political, geopolitical, all kinds of corruption and things like that. But I think it's a far stretch to say UFOs, aliens. That seems like why would you go to something so extreme to distract? There's much easier distractions you could go with, entertainment news and all this other crazy stuff going on in the world. You don't need to go to freaking aliens. But some people think deep state, yada, yada. Someone says could be. It's more likely than to be aliens terrorizing people. I think he's trying to say that, you know, it could be cartel, could be false flag operation. Sarah Keller on Twitter says, I saw the videos of the man with the face peeled off completely. The video looks real. I saw images of the alien. That's right. There was another video I should mention, equally as shitty and grainy as the Las Vegas alien video was. This is a video supposedly showing the 7-foot-tall armored green Spider-Man aliens in the nighttime, like up against a tree, and the video kind of like illuminates the tree, and you kind of see some motion, but it's so fucking blurry. I guess this indigenous tribe has not updated their cell phones because their video quality is absolute ass. And the video to me looked like I couldn't fucking see anything. Literally, I couldn't see anything at all. It's just like the Las Vegas one. Sounds like it's the same shit. But a lot of people did actually kind of take screenshots of it and feel that they did see something. There's a couple screenshots that were not compelling, but it's like, okay, I could see maybe a insect-looking head is what people said, with big eyes. And I don't know. Maybe I'll put the video in the description if I can find it again. But some people were speculating that it was real. I just don't know. Othello says no benevolent race would intermingle in human affairs, abduct people, or carry out their initiatives in total secret. If anything, it's a false flag initiated by ETs, and you're falling for it hook, line, and sinker. People love the false flag narrative, huh? It's like the most popular thing to say. Then he goes on to say this isn't a false flag, it's intervention. ETs doing exactly what they've always done, abuse and exploit humanity for their own gains. When the good ETs come rescue us from the bad ETs, then you'll know it was a scam. Oh. Some days I'm just embarrassed to be in the UFO community, I must say. It's like the same, no matter what's posted, no matter what story circulates, it's always deep state, false flag, or, something along those lines, equally as crazy. That one is extra kooky. Never heard that one before, saying a false flag by the ETs. So not even the deep state. This guy's taking it a step farther. It's not the deep state doing it. It's the ET deep state doing a false flag because they care about distracting us. What are the aliens distracting us from? I fucking don't know. You'd have to ask Othello on Twitter. Neutron Drift on Twitter says, I thought this was illegal miners. No. And yeah, that's the speculation that the Sun said. I thought this was illegal miners. No. And the face missing guy was months back and died with his face in a river full of piranhas. Yeah, I heard that as well. I just don't know what to make of this, guys, but I wanted to come and bring it to you because it's so freaking weird. And I found another summary that I did feel was worth sharing. This comes from... let me find the guy. I want to give him credit where the credit is due. He had like a little summary of what's going on. I can't find it. Whatever. Point is, you guys got a good enough summary. The aliens in Peru are attacking some village, God knows why, and this has been going on since I think they said July 11th, and for whatever reason, no one has filmed it. No one has filmed it in daylight or any sort of good quality video. We've heard that a girl has been dragged 50 meters. We heard that a few of the villagers shot these aliens multiple times, and it didn't affect them whatsoever. We hear that they have armor. We hear that they kind of float away. There was some picture we saw of like one with a jetpack. I don't know if that was a sketch or if that was like silhouetted, because it kind of looked like a silhouette in the background of the sky. I don't know. It's exhausting, guys. I hate bringing this content to you, I got to be honest. This is why I didn't really cover the Las Vegas one either. The Las Vegas one I thought was 100% bullshit, especially when the kid goes and says, there's a video of him months ago saying he bumped into a woman at an old grandma at like a store who said he was going to see these aliens. Then months later, he sees the aliens. Wow. And now this shit in Peru. I don't think there's anybody been saying that like a prediction like there was in the Vegas thing, but this one seems equally as sketchy to me and equally as eccentric. It's like way over the top. Aliens. What on earth? Why on earth would these aliens be attacking a little indigenous tribe? It doesn't make sense. Could it be... Let's go down the list of some hypotheses. I haven't really thought about this because I just chalked it up to bullshit, but I've been urged to dig deeper and to keep my eye on this story, which I will do. I try to be open-minded as possible. I think the community kind of gets a little too open-minded, too gullible, but I will keep my ear to the ground on this one and see what pops up. If the story develops anymore, who knows? Maybe we do get good footage. I find it to be very doubtful, but we could speculate. Let's say they're aliens. What the fuck would they be doing? I literally don't even have a hypothesis for why they'd be attacking a little indigenous tribe. Let's say if they have armor on, they're human, and they're, dressing up as aliens, and they've got body armor, and that's why the bullets didn't affect them. Maybe I guess of all the shitty hypotheses of what this could be, besides just a total bullshit story, attention-grabbing headline, maybe it is this organization, cartel, or whatever it was that they mentioned, miners who are trying to push this indigenous tribe out, and so they want to scare them off. So they got body armor, they're wearing Green Goblin outfits, and they're fuck it, maybe they got jetpacks, I don't know, and they're scaring the shit out of this tribe, and they injured a couple of them. Don't know if they've killed any. I think I've seen enough people say that they've seen the video of the dude with his face missing from months ago, so let's chalk that up as 100% fake for now, unless something else disproves that theory. But to my knowledge, no one's been killed. There have been several injuries. Supposedly, the government, the police in the area are investigating. We will see. I do know that my buddy sent me on the Mixed Martial Arts Discord, he sent me a link from the from an article talking about how the American military was just recently deployed, I think July 26th, where the article date was, to Peru for training. So, I don't know. It's fucking weird. I mean, it's random timing, I guess. The military gets deployed to Peru right in the middle of this ongoing development. And then, my buddy also thought if this is indigenous of enough of a tribe, maybe they just don't have smartphones. My response to him on that was that I was just in a very, very rural part of Brazil this spring, and everybody had a smartphone still. But, maybe this is like a tribe, like in tents or huts. I don't fucking know. I don't know much about Peru, to be honest with you. But I think the least likely scenario is the one that a lot of people are just going off to the races with. Oh, it's aliens. It's it's either deep state, alien distraction. What? That's a very bizarre one. And the second theory is that the aliens are attacking this village and that they've always terrorized people in this way. We can talk about the abductions and things like that. That would definitely be, you could summarize that as saying that is terrorizing the population for whatever nefarious means they could be doing. It's possible. People were saying these are insect looking from the video. So, yeah, I don't know what to make of it. 7-foot-tall armored aliens that are dragging people off. They cut one girl's neck, and there's a couple other injuries, and people getting scared. And the villagers attacked these things supposedly. So I would love to get a video if this is an ongoing situation. Please, for the love of God, set up a tripod, and get out your camera and film the things. And then this speculation could all be put to rest. Kind of leads me to the counterpoint to UFOs and aliens that we always hear is, why is the footage always grainy? Why is it always a shit video? We all have smartphones. Why on earth have we never gotten a great video? And I can understand that perspective. I think that the military, as far as UFOs go, they clearly have much better footage that they've been hiding. That's been admitted by several government officials, even as of late. And we heard about that in the hearing, that there's higher resolution videos out there. They're just not in the civilian sphere. So when people say that, oh, why does everybody have a shitty video then? It's just due to the fact maybe that civilians have certain access to these videos. We've only gotten like the Tic Tac, the gimbal, and then a bunch of civilian videos. And the government is hiding the more legitimate videos with like 4K quality, et cetera, et cetera. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys ever tried to film anything in the sky. I know this kind of goes off into a tangent. It's not really like the alien beings, but if you've even tried to film something on like your iPhone in the sky, especially like at nighttime, you try to zoom in, the quality really does turn to shit really quickly. So it's kind of a shame, because if you do see something wild and you do have time to pull out your phone and you do have the wherewithal to remember to pull out your phone at whatever you're looking at, the quality does like drastically reduce if you're trying to capture motion from far away. You're zooming in, looking in the sky, or it's nighttime in the case of these Peru attacks. I think they have mentioned that these are like nightly attacks, so I guess you could give them the benefit of the doubt, saying that these things aren't coming in the daylight. It leads me to believe that if this is even a real incident that is happening at all, it's humans trying to scare these guys off for whatever reason. I guess the minor theory is the most plausible. But yeah, I don't know, man. Bullshit, not bullshit. I'm going to ask your guys' feedback, because I don't fucking know. My initial gut feeling was, don't even look into this. It's a waste of time, just like the Las Vegas thing. But there is quite a lot of fervor on the internet right now of people talking about this, and I felt that it was worth addressing because, as I mentioned, it's you can be wrong. You can be wrong. It's easy to be wrong in this field. I've been wrong 1,000 times, and I think everybody else has too who follows these subjects. Life is pretty crazy. So, if this was real, I literally can't even speculate as to why this would be happening. I just think it's the least plausible theory. You guys can share any news that you have with me in the comments section. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm being closed-minded. But, hey, you got to have your guard up a little bit, because this shit gets far out there. The Las Vegas thing, 100% bullshit. People fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. This one, it seems like the community, I don't know if it's just because we're so hungry for confirmation that we're just like, okay, we'll make up our own shit. You won't tell us, we'll just make it up. I don't know what's going on. The Sun is not exactly a reputable site that you can check out. Let's see just a few more Twitter reactions before we get out of here, because this shit cracks me up. Elena Danson on Twitter says they are synthetics, same as the Vegas ones. Deep state distraction. Okay, so they're synthetic. What does that even mean? Same as the Vegas ones. Is she implying they're like robots or they're fake? And of course, you got to end it with deep state distraction. Okay. Fork and Gizmo says, or it's just locals. Yeah, I think we read this one, trying to get off get off their land. False flag. God, that's like the most common thing. I don't know, guys. I think that's pretty much all I got to say about this. I'm just gonna, I guess, keep my eyes on it. But please don't go around telling everybody this shit's real. We don't know, but I think you have to lean towards 100% fake until something way more compelling than this nonsense comes out. So, guys, stop being gullible. I'm gullible, and I'm surprised at how gullible these people are on the internet. It kind of makes the community look foolish. You can't just believe every single thing that's posted on the internet, especially when it comes to aliens and UFOs. You're going to attract the crazy people. There's a lot of legitimately crazy people out there who believe in this phenomenon, mixed in with a lot of good-intentioned, normal, regular people who are just curious and trying to study this phenomenon. I'd like to say in the latter, and it kind of scares me when I see everybody falling for every single thing. Like a lot of the people, like the news was covering the Las Vegas thing like it was 100% fact. Meanwhile, they were barely covering so many more important, relevant, credible events going on, but they're covering the Vegas shit like it was the most important thing in the world. Now we're starting to see that happen again. I think you can sum that up to they like their clicks. They don't care one bit about disclosure or the truth. They just want their clicks, and it's a crazy headline, is it not? Aliens in Peru attacking people that look like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. Crazy shit. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. If you guys enjoy the content, like I said, we cover not only UAP, UFOs, but UFC news and World War III geopolitical stuff. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and hit subscribe on the channel. Go to the Discord in the description. We made a little Discord where we talk with people from all over the place. The group is small, but it's growing. Sharing ideas, sharing news, asking questions, talking about these subjects. It's fun to do these monologues, but I really do enjoy hearing other people's perspective and kind of following these events in a little group with other people as they unfold. So you don't have to be into all three of them, but if you like one of these, maybe you just like UFC, maybe you just like UFOs, maybe you like a combination of all of it, the geopolitical news, go ahead and follow that. And lastly, if you guys are listening to the audio-only format on the podcast apps such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts, do me a favor and hit follow and leave me a 5-star review. I'd really appreciate it. I love doing this stuff. I don't necessarily love covering this type of content, like the crazy far out there Las Vegas stuff, this Peru stuff. Not my favorite to cover. I like to cover the more credible stuff, but fuck it. You never know what's real in this world. It's a crazy world out there, and you don't know what's real. And I suppose I'll try to be as open-minded as possible. But hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back later on this week with I think a World War III geopolitical episode. So stay tuned for that. Love you guys. Hope you all have a good day. Peace out.